One.
Okay. Have you ever woken up from a dream and thought, what did that even mean? Or maybe even wondered, why did my brain come up with something so weird? Dreams are a fascinating and strange part of being human, no matter who we are or where we're from. We're all experienced, we've all experienced them, however, they remain one of the greatest mysteries of the mind. Neuroscience and psychology have made big strides in uncovering how dreams happen and why. By understanding what is going on in our brain while we sleep and dream, we can get insight into our emotional health, how we process memories, and how we become more creative. Today we'll explore the following: the stages of sleep and how they relate to dreaming, the role of the subconscious mind, leading theories on why we dream. Technical difficulties. Okay, first off, we're going to go over the stages of sleeping and dreaming. Let's begin with how sleep actually works. Our sleep is divided into two main types: non-rapid eye movement sleep, NREM, and rapid eye movement sleep, REM. NREM, or non-rapid eye movement sleep, has three stages ranging from light to deep sleep and restorative rest. But REM, which is the rapid eye movement sleep, has the most connection to dreaming. During REM, our brains become highly active, even more so than we are awake in some areas. The limbic system, which handles emotions, lights up, while the prefrontal cortex, which helps with logic and decision making, become less active. Reference to Walker, 2017. That's why dreams can feel so emotionally intense, but also illogically at times. Each sleep has a role in healing and restoring the body, but REM sleep is especially important for memory consolidation, dream formation. So when we talk about dreams, we are mostly talking about what happens in REM. I'll give you some past examples on how that goes with emotionally and mentally restoring your health. First responders, veterans, etc., who have seen some traumatic stuff, that is, when they dream, they kind of relive it in a way, but it's it's their mind processing what just happened. They may go over it for a certain amount of time, which may require them to have therapy. But I can tell you, based off personal experience, that myself and some other people that I know have been through some traumatic stuff in the past, and at some point your body is going to relive it for a while, mostly your mind. Sometimes you'll relive the experience and it'll go out a totally different way than what you did, than what really happened. It can go anywhere from officer-involved shootings to EMS having a code, which is someone dying in their ambulance. First responders in our fire departments, they're going to a structure fire and they find a body in there. Or we all respond to the same things, especially if it's a shooting or active shooter response. Now the next thing I'm going to go over is the role of subconscious mind. Just a little bit of pictures there to kind of go into detail of what I'm going to go over. Now let's delve deeper into the subconscious. Famous thinkers like Sigmund Freud believed that dreams were expressions of hidden desires, while Carl Jung thought that they reflected universal symbols from the collective unconscious. While modern science has moved away from these ideas, they paved the way for understanding how dreams reflect our internal world. Today, researchers focus more on how dreams help us process daily life. Studies show that REM sleep, the hippocampus, which stores memories, and the amygdala, which deals with emotions, are both highly active. Stick Golden-Walker, 2013. That's why dreams often feel like a blend of things we have seen, felt, or stressed about. Have you ever had a dream about falling, being chased, flying? These themes often reflect emotional stress, fear, or desire for an escape. Our subconscious mind is essentially trying to make sense of our waking life, even though it does in bizarre ways. I'll give you a minor example. 2015, I was with the Michael soccer team. I just moved from Moorhead. We were having a big game against them home. I was going back to my home team. I had a dream the night before that I scored the first goal, and then we came back and tied. I think it was like the first half, 30 minutes. I ended up scoring the first goal in the exact way how I dreamed it, with my right leg into the goal after being crossed in from a corner kick. Kind of weird how that goes. That's the one that I know right off the bat of my mind that sticks with me, is remembering how that happened. It's kind of weird. So why do we even dream in the first place? Scientists aren't exactly sure, but there are a few leading theories. The first synthesis theory suggests that dreams are our brain's attempt to make sense of random neural activity during REM sleep. In other words, our minds take chaotic signals and turn them into a story. Got an example of that up there. You see how it's weird with cartoon Jesus, football, unicorn, Tinkerbell, and the brain up there. Essentially, it's our cerebral cortex trying to interpret random electrical activity we have while sleeping. That is why dreams sometimes make no sense. It can also be referred to as biological theory. The second is the threat simulation theory. Proposes that dreams are a kind of mental rehearsal. According to this theory, dreams let us simulate dangerous or stressful situations to better prepare for real threats. Not really a big threat, but I'll go back to my example with the soccer thing. That was me rehearsing in my mind, because I played multiple positions at that time. I was a midfielder. Other things I can think of is sometimes after shooter training, some people respond to it differently. They'll go through the training and then they'll go back and rethink about how they could do things better. Eventually they'll have a dream which wouldn't make sense in the first place of why and how, but they'll go back through, and then essentially when they find a better way of doing it through dreaming, they stick with that for some time. That comes from Revonso, year 2000. Then there's the information processing theory, which argues that dreaming helps us sort and file away memories and experiences from the day. There's an information, environmental stimuli, music, statue, food, sensory registers, short-term memory, long-term memory. Remember the food that you ate from 2 years ago when you were on a dinner date with your husband or wife. You remember that place because it's a sensory. Your memory is storing that. You can even go to bad experiences, like that bad experience at McDonald's when you ordered one thing and got the entire completely different thing from your order. And finally, there's the idea that dreams boost problem solving and creativity. Some breakthroughs in history happen through dreams. One famous example is from the chemist Auguste Kekule, who discovered the ring structure of benzene after dreaming of a snake biting its own tail. I'll go ahead and let you imagine that, a snake biting its own tail, everything comes back. So, while we may not have a single answer to why we dream, we know dreams are doing important work in the background. In conclusion, so let's review. Sleep has several stages, but REM is where most dreaming occurs and where our brain becomes surprisingly active. Our subconscious mind plays a big role in shaping our dreams, often reflecting emotions, stress, and memories. Several theories try to explain why we dream, from random activity to emotional rehearsal and create problem solving. Even when we never completely unlock all the mysteries of dreams, one thing is clear: our minds are doing far more than resting while we sleep. So next time you wake up from a dream, remember your brain may have just been helping you solve a problem, process a memory, or understand yourself in a way your waking mind can't quite grasp. Referencing to Revonso, 2000, the reinterpretation of dreams and evolutionary hypothesis, or the function of dreaming, behavioral brain sciences. Stick Gold-R and Walker M, year 2013, sleep-dependent memory triad involving generalization through selective processing, natural neuroscience, and Walker M, 2017, Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep in Dreams, also additional describer.